I'm here to talk about how FIRE can be a representation of broader themes that are more important than a FEMA tent or a cheese sandwich. I'm here to ask why we value external gratification over our internal peace. And so I jumped on my first phone call with Billy, and then my second, and within a week, I was on a flight to the Bahamas with just 1 month until the festival. Things were finally going my way again, or so it seemed. And then I hopped on a production call, and there were red flags everywhere. Missed payments, late shipments, team members were leaving. I had seen this before. You see, festivals are a labor of love. And as some of the event producers here can attest, everything that seems to go wrong, or you think can possibly go wrong, usually does. And FIRE was no exception. I didn't realize just how bad it was going to be at that time, but I knew enough to ask Billy to renegotiate my contract, because I've seen vendors and consultants like me work events for months and not get paid. And Billy's response to me was, "We had a deal, take it or leave it." He was right, we had a deal, so I don't blame him for that. But here was my first opportunity to walk away. So why didn't I? I think I was suffering from something that many of us suffer from today, FOMO, fear of missing out. It's a funny word, it's a meme, but it's real. It's a toxic form of envy that drives us to do things that we otherwise would not, drives us to act outside of our own better judgment and intuition. What if FIRE Festival were the best festival of a decade and I missed it? What if the company were a huge success and I was just the idiot who didn't get it? I was terrified of missing out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and so I stayed. I think that we all suffer from FOMO today, and it's exacerbated by the internet, right? The social media machine once was thought to be a connection engine that would bring us all closer together, but it's in fact become a comparison engine that's driving us all further apart. There's always going to be someone wealthier, someone prettier, somebody even just on vacation to remind us that what we lack. And to make matters worse, the internet is constantly learning about each and every one of us. So my internet is different from your internet, and her internet is different from his internet. If you desire wealth, you'll be pushed get-rich-quick schemes. Just Google get rich, and there's 1.3 billion results that come up in under a second. If you desire fame, you'll see celebrity influencer posts. If you desire beauty, you'll get pushed beauty advertisements. And so how do we deal? How do we deal with this constant barrage of the media industry telling us what we should have? I think, like FIRE, we need to understand that what we see is not always what we get. And we can start with a certain level of awareness of that fact. This is a post that I made during my time at FIRE Festival. Most of my days were spent sitting in front of a computer screen, matching our housing inventory to the demand for beds. We were short, I think, about 1,200 beds when I started. Right? This is an island with a population of 3,000 people, and I had 3 weeks to the event. But here I was, working my butt off, and I found time to post "View from the office today could be worse." I wanted that perception that what I was doing was cool, different, etc. And so if I'm not willing to share openly and honestly, and I like to consider myself an honest person, then I know that all of us are not sharing the whole picture on our social media feed. And I think that that first step of awareness, of understanding that, is a good step towards healing this kind of toxic FOMO culture that we've created.